busy as she was dreaming up her headline. Museum takes on Asian slant. Was good, but she'd have to fight hard to get it past her editor, who despised what she called wordplay. When their lunch was over, the pig trotted back to the museum, and the parrot headed down to the VFW hall, where she hoped to round out her article. There she spoke to a red-shouldered hawk who had actually fought in Vietnam, but hadn't actually fought in Vietnam, but who might have had the war lasted just a few weeks longer. I could have practically been killed over there, and now one of them is coming to my museum trying to tell me what art I should look at? I hear you, the parrot said. The article was due the following morning, and she stayed up all night to finish it. Her editor scowled at the bulk of pages, but softened after the first read-through, saying, "Good work, you, and maybe we should send this over to the city desk." The eventual headline was no masterpiece, but it said, "Pot-bellied museum director stirs controversy." But the parrot was so relieved to move out of the living section that the paper could have called it shit on a stick and she wouldn't have cared. As for the pig, he wasn't nearly as upset as she thought he would be. Rather than threatening a lawsuit or demanding a retraction, he phoned to say that he was disappointed, deeply disappointed, were his exact words. The parrot reached for her pen, hoping for quotes that might lead to a second article. "Is that all you have to say?" In response, he sighed and gently hung up the phone. "Hello?" The parrot said. "Hello, hello." The pig would not have admitted it, but what really bothered him was that pot-bellied business. He'd been plump all through his youth, and the years of name-calling had not just shaped his adult life, but deformed it, like some cell made crazy by radiation. He couldn't remember the last time he'd eaten without thinking, popped a passing canopy into his mouth, finished an entire potato chip or a dry-roasted peanut without calculating the damage. While others prepared for bed, he ran a treadmill. They tucked into their ample breakfast, and he hung upside down from a bar in his living room, doubling at the waist until he saw stars. Here he is.
Let me see. Look at him. Oh.
Then came the traditional sit-ups and half a slice of dry Vavita before examining his silhouette in the hallway mirror and getting ready for work. His waist size was 28. His body fat index was 2%. He did not have a pot belly. He would never again have a pot belly. Now here was this article, essentially comparing him to the Buddha.
Huh?
After hanging up on the reporter, the pig began a 3-day fast. Lunchtime came, and as his colleagues shuffled to the museum cafeteria, he sat at his desk and looked out the window at that stupid hawk, marching back and forth with his picket sign. The veteran had hoped that others might join him, but none of his fellows seemed to care. "The war is over and it's time to move on," they've been quoted as saying. "Who cares if some," and there was the word again, "who cares if some pot-bellied Charlie wants to hang pictures on a wall?" Damn that parrot from the Eagle. The pig's anger felt vaguely nourishing, but he knew it was misplaced. The reporter hadn't assigned the animals their names. That was someone else's doing, someone who had sat back and ordained a largemouth bass, a humpback whale, a lesser wart-nosed horseshoe bat, not caring whose life was ruined.
Jesus. Holy